Hey guys, how are you doing? There's a new generation of AI that's not just helping you code. It's literally taking control of the entire project. You describe what you want, it plans, executes, tests, and delivers. No code, no stalled workflow, and you don't have to guide every step. Today, I'm going to show you how TraiSolo works in practice and why this can completely change the way you create projects with AI. Deal? So, let's get to the video. This is TraiSolo, and unlike pretty much everything you've seen, it's not just an assistant, it's an agent. This means you don't ask for small tasks. You delegate an entire goal. The AI understands the context, breaks the problem into steps, executes each part, and delivers the final result to you in a visual environment that anyone can use, even without programming knowledge. And this is where an important point comes in. Solo isn't just about code. It's designed to go beyond programming and operate across the entire project creation cycle, from the idea to the final delivery. Another strong advantage is that it runs tasks simultaneously in the cloud. So you can send several things at the same time and it handles everything in parallel. And now there's an important point. In addition to the code mode, which is mainly aimed at developers, it also has the MTC mode, which stands for modern coding, or more than just code, focused on structured tasks for professionals in various fields, not just developers. Well, here inside Solo, the process is extremely simple. You write something like, create a sales analysis dashboard with spreadsheet upload and interactive charts, and that's it. The AI takes care of everything. It understands the request, organizes the tasks, creates files, runs code, and shows you everything working. It also accepts various types of files, such as spreadsheets, PDFs, images, and documents, which means you can work with real data without needing to adapt anything. And perhaps most importantly, it keeps the full context of the project. It's not that kind of AI that forgets everything with each prompt. Here, you have real continuity, as if you were working with a team. So I just put my prompt here, it broke down the project, divided everything into tasks, organized, researched in depth, and in the end delivered this result to me. Check this out. Sales analysis dashboard, I have responsive charts here. I can change it here to weekly, daily, or monthly. And here in this line chart, everything is responsive too. And it's the same thing down here. These data here are fictitious because I asked it to do this, to simulate these data here, just so I could use it for demonstration purposes. And the result is impressive because everything works just as I asked. I can even download these data here in a table format. And all of this was done with just a single prompt. It simply took the data I asked it to create and built this responsive dashboard for me, which I can still analyze, and if I want, I just have to ask it to make any changes, and it happens almost in real time. Well, now let's move on to a real scenario. Suppose you want to start with a simple scenario. For example, a reservation system for small businesses. Instead of writing the code or setting everything up manually, you simply ask the following. Create a reservation system with customer registration, a calendar, and an admin dashboard. Use a modern UI and a dark theme. The system should run in HTML for demonstration purposes. From there, Solo gets to work and starts structuring everything. It creates the foundation of the system. It organizes the database. It builds the interface. And it connects everything automatically. And here's the point that completely changes the game. You're not micromanaging the process, you're validating the result. This completely changes your role. You go from being the one doing the work to being the system operator. And this is exactly the concept behind creative mode, where the AI not only responds, but leads the entire project. And look at the reservation system it delivered to me. I have here the reservation panel, the customer panel, and the administrator panel. In the first menu, I have the reservations that have been confirmed. If I want, I can add other reservations, like here on the 10th, I just need to click. Then I'll enter Anna Souza here. It can be any customer who is part of my database. The time is 9 o'clock. Consultation. Haircut. Status. Confirmed. Notes, in case I want to add something. If not, just click here to save the reservation. And that's it. Automatically, my reservation was saved here on April 10th. Then here in Clients, notice that all the clients appear here in my database. And as an administrator, I can see everything that's happening. I can delete. I can add. I can insert other examples here if I want. Anyway, total control. With just a single prompt, it managed to deliver a fully working reservation system for me, including the database it created itself. So that's amazing. Why? Starting from a simple prompt, instead of asking a developer to create an app for me, I can interact with AI and ask it to create exactly what I want. If I want, for example, to change the color, the tone, change the fonts, add another function, I just need to ask the agent to do it for me. And within a few minutes, it's done. I can preview it, see if everything is okay, or if I need to change something. I can make specific edits. By clicking this button, I select the element I want to change. Look how interesting that is. And from there, once I've made the selection, I just need to ask AI to make the change for me through a prompt. From that point on, everything is done automatically. So this really speeds up the process because I have an app right here in front of me that I asked AI to create for me. If I don't like something, I can ask it to make the change. And so that it doesn't have to redo the entire app, I just come here, select only what I want to change, and it makes that specific edit, keeping everything else intact. Now, another scenario even more relevant for those who work with data. You have several sales spreadsheets, and normally you would have to clean data, analyze, create charts, and generate insights manually. Here, you simply upload the spreadsheets and write, analyze this data and generate growth insights with charts. Show the result as an HTML link. Solo will read the spreadsheet, understand the data, create visualizations, and will already give you a ready-made analysis. This type of application is one of the main uses of this tool, especially in areas like marketing, finance, and operations. And the best part is that you can iterate on this in real time. You can request adjustments like redo it focusing on customer churn or generate an executive report, all within the same workflow without needing to start over. Take a look at the insights it gave me: revenue growth, unit growth, variation in the rate of change, and the product with the highest growth. All of this here is based on the data that was in my spreadsheets. I just uploaded the material here, typed my prompt, and it generated all of this for me in a simple, organized, and fully functional way. So instead of going through all those spreadsheets of mine, sorting through each data point, item by item, I just uploaded the material here and let artificial intelligence do all the work for me. Now, I can take this and also turn it, as I mentioned earlier, into an executive report, and it turns out really cool. Notice that before giving me the report, it asks a few questions to know exactly what I want. So, it asks about the framing, what type of report I want, who the document is intended for, how it should be done, and so on. Based on these fundamental questions, the agent will understand exactly what I want, and this ends up saving a lot of time. Because you tell the artificial intelligence exactly what you want. It will think, it will iterate, and then it will deliver a complete result to you, exactly as you asked. So, the chances of rework and mistakes are much lower. Take a look at my executive report here. Growth insights, executive summary, main KPIs, growth drivers, risks, opportunities, and recommendations, prioritized recommendations, key evidence and charts. And then he included all the material, including an appendix, methodology, and assumptions. If I want, I can download this document here in Word format, and then I can share it with whoever I want. So, starting from several spreadsheets where I had a lot of mixed data, I uploaded the material, asked it to generate insights, it did the analysis, then I asked it to generate an executive report, and it also did that. Based on those questions he asked me, he was able to prepare the report the way I wanted. So, this saves a lot of time, especially when you're dealing with a lot of data and very large tables, with data that overlaps, that repeats itself, and so on. So, if you've used other AI tools before, here's a real difference. Most AIs respond, suggest, and help. Solo executes, organizes, and delivers. It works much more like a full-fledged AI engineer than like a chatbot. In fact, that's exactly the idea behind the product: to create an agent capable of following the entire development cycle, not just isolated parts. This opens up space for a new kind of workflow, where you rely less on detailed prompts and more on strategic direction. Well, now an important point. TraiSolo is still in the early access beta phase. During this period, you can test the tool for free using invitation codes. So, if you want to try TraiSolo, you can get these codes by following a few simple steps. I'll leave all the detailed instructions here in the description of this video, including how to participate through X, Discord, or Reddit. So, take a look there to make sure you secure your access. Alright? I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.
I'm just a man running out of time.